Hello everyone and welcome to this FPL Gameweek 32 deadline stream with me, Holly Shand. It's been a while since I've done a deadline stream because I've had quite a run on Sky Sports on a Saturday morning. But I was free this morning. You guys said you wanted to see the deadline stream back, so here I am. So big thank you to everyone that has chosen to join me this morning, given that this is not a regular from me. But I do appreciate everyone that is tuning in. We've got early team news, hopefully, from Man City. We've been in a privileged position in the last 18 months where we've been able to get these City team leaks, and it feels like a big week having seen De Bruyne and Haaland benched and failed to come off the bench in midweek. We've also got Phil Foden, the most transferred in player, and question marks over the availability of Edison. So it's definitely going to be an interesting one, that's for sure. If you are in, give this one a like and subscribe to the channel as well if you don't already. All of your support really helps the channel to grow. And come and say hello in the live chat as well. The focus of the stream will be to answer your questions and also keep on top of that team news that could filter through for us as well. So that's where we're at with that. My team, you probably, if you tuned in yesterday, you'll know that I missed the price rise. I had exact funds to go from Richarlison to Foden, and then I missed the price rise. So, provided we get a leak that Foden starts, I think I will be still bringing in Foden, but it's going to have to be a -4, which also includes buying Gusto. But he's a player that makes my team stronger for this week, and because I'm free hitting in 34, he's a player that I'm kind of buying in advance for game week 35 that I'd probably take a hit for down the line anyway. So that's the plan. I don't know what the plan is if Foden isn't in the 11. I think he will be, but maybe I just play Barkley and just survive with the defence I've got. I think that's probably what I'll do because, yeah, I could make the defensive move and get Gusto, but I think 2 frees will be more powerful for next week if that's the case, especially because we've got a busy midweek next week of European action. We've got Arsenal and Man City in the Champions League quarterfinals, and then on Thursday we've got Europa League and Europa League Conference League quarter-finals as well. The tweet deck is open. I've also got WhatsApp open on my laptop and a few other places where we can get team leaks. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on all of that as well. But I don't think there's anything we've missed while I've been going live, which is good to see. There's 70 of you in at the moment. So let's try and get the stream somewhere up to 70 likes, and I'm going to jump across to the live chat as well because there's quite a few people here early, which is fantastic to see. Thank you for the support, guys. We've got VJ in and modding from a bright and breezy Hertfordshire. FPL Down Under is in and modding as well, a newbie to the mod squad, but certainly doing an excellent job. Not got subscriber mode on today. I will be going through the questions kind of in chronological order. So, you know, I will get to your questions. Ashley is working, but having to put it on in the background. That's okay. Phobia has already asked who the best captain pick is for this week. The captain poll is live. I think I'm on Salah captain this week. I think Palmer will be the most popular captain pick. Probably is the best captain pick in reality. However, I am chasing, so I want to go something different. JR Jelly is in, as is Valid. Akshat is in and modding as well. Thank you. Ethan is in, as is Amara, Bonkers, Kens, Light Rays, Austin, Daniel, Ashley, Sleepy Chateau, Kens, Mriddle, Austin, Tyler, Mark, Abadiz, and Daniel and Suzanne. So thank you so much, everyone that is in already, and make sure to like the stream. Let's get the stream up to 50 likes first of all. And I'm going to jump in with some questions to start with. Oh, shall we have a look first? We'll have a look first at the updates from yesterday's press conferences. Obviously, the big news is all on the little breaking news bar there. So we've got Saka faces a late fitness test for Arsenal. He was not pictured in yesterday's training pictures, but we cannot trust Arteta to give us any help with this situation. He's made it look like Saka's fit and available when he isn't in the past. So this could be a bluff in the opposite direction, which is something that FPL, Andy Let's Talk FPL has picked up on Twitter this morning. Watkins, we've been told, will be in the squad for Villa. More on that in just a moment. Edison could be back for City. Hopefully we'll get a leak for that one. Areola is out, as is Richarlison, and Trippier out for 2 to 3 weeks. They're the headlines as things stand. I will update this little breaking news box, though, as the City team leaks come in. We're an hour and 10 off the deadline, so still a bit of time, probably a bit early yet. De Zerbi told us yesterday that Verbruggen will be playing in goal for Brighton. Ramsey is out for the rest of the season for Villa. A decision on Martinez and Watkins will be made tomorrow, according to Unai Emery. They could be involved was one line, and then another line will be included in the squad. So a little bit of mixed bag there in terms of news there. Injuries mounting up for Manchester United, particularly in their defence with Lindelof and Martinez, the next ones on the sidelines. Varane and Evans forced off at Stamford Bridge means we'll see Maguire, Cambuala as the centre-back pairing, which is why I'm leaning towards Salah captain. We've got Fati and Barco are available for Brighton, but Webster, Ferguson and Gilmore are unavailable. Strange comment from Pep in his press conference, but I did smell the BS here of... Obviously, Haaland and De Bruyne were benched midweek, didn't come off the bench. They did do a little bit of warming up. When asked on their availability, said, I don't know yet, and made a complaint about the quick turnaround in fixtures. I don't think that is anything of concern, but we should get City team leaks in the next hour and 9 minutes. Cameron Archer is back for Sheffield United. Elise will be back in the squad for Palace, but will only play 15 to 20 minutes. Edison is much better. Maybe he will be available, but Kyle Walker and Nathan Ake remain out. Chilwell, a potential chance for Chelsea. Hee-Chan and Dawson both back for Wolves. Richarlison out for this match, but should be back for the next with a knee injury. Saka, the exact quote was that he was very close against Luton, and we have a training session in a few hours, and then we will know. Everyone else okay at Arsenal. Fabianski set to start in goal again for West Ham, with Areola still struggling with a groin injury. Injuries mounting up at Newcastle again. Callum Wilson not far off now, which could be a concern for Isaac owners. 2 to 3 weeks is the line from Trippier, but Eddie Howe did not give us an exact update in his press conference yesterday. I think they were the main headlines in terms of that injury news. There's a few other bits and bobs floating around, but they're the main ones. We're up to 100 viewers, which is brilliant. Let's get up to 50 likes on the stream. And I am going to be jumping across to questions in just a moment. I will be prioritising member questions as they come in as well. Question from Ethan: start Maddison or Tony? Tony's on pens, which makes it hard to bench him, especially if Villa are going to be without Martinez. But then Spurs have got one of the fixtures of the weekend. I think I'd start Maddison just. Bonkers LFC has already done his transfers. Rodri, Palmer, Saka and McAllister. Who's in and who's out? That's the question there. Daniel says, will Foden play? Well, we're waiting for the team leaks. That's what we're waiting for, but I'd be surprised if he didn't. Phobia F's Isaac TV, bench one of Wood, Garnacho, Rice. That is really tough because they're all in form. Probably Rice. Ashley says, morning, everyone. Holly, thanks for doing this today. No problem. Thanks for joining. Sleepy Chateau, why have you not created short form video again? My editor, who makes all my shorts, has his laptop's broken, his MacBook, it's in for repair. So that's why there's not been any shorts for a little while. It's not been that long, has it? I can't remember now. I don't think I've done any since the break, have I, shorts? Yeah, but they will be coming back. Don't worry. Yeah, just a few tech issues from him. Hopefully for next week. I'd be surprised if there wasn't any short form content out for Game Week 33. JR Jelly, I can't afford Solanke, so is Muniz to Semenyo a good transfer? I think if you're building a team for double Game Week 34 that you're going to wild card out of, then yes, Semenyo's okay. But if you need to bench boost still later in the season, you've not got a wild card, you're buying Semenyo as a player that you're going to have to start most weeks. At that point, I don't think it'll be worth it. The mod squad is growing. Killerat has just joined us. Said happy Saturday, everyone. Thank you for joining. Keep those questions coming. Tyler says start Dubravka or Kelleher. It's a bit of a 50-50, that one. Probably Dubravka. Let's have a look at the points predictions over on Fantasy Football Hub. 2 likes off 50 now. My PC's decided to go on a go slow. Goalkeepers 32. Kelleher over Dubravka by 0.1. That's really tight, though. I think Fulham will be fired up after a disappointing midweek performance against Forest, to be fair. I think with the injuries that Newcastle have got, I think they'll struggle to keep a clean sheet. But, you know, you're not just owning them for clean sheet potential. Mark says, morning, Holly, good to see you. I would ask, who is your captain? It's on Salah at the moment. Interestingly, if we look at the AI predictions, Salah top on 7.3, Haaland second 7.2, Son third on 7, Palmer all the way down in 9th on 5.2 predicted points for some reason. Seems a bit crazy. But yeah, Salah captain for me just because I want to do something a little bit different. Daniel says, morning, Holly, good to see you on a Saturday morning away from Sky. Yeah, it's good to be back, to be fair. I think I'm on Sky next week. I think that's the only one left this month. And then I think we've got a Friday deadline into May. So obviously I'll be able to stream for that one. So you're definitely going to get a deadline stream for game weeks 34, 35, 36. Don't know about 37 or 38 yet because I don't know whether I'm on Sky, whether I'm heading into London for last day of the season. But yeah, a bit more consistency on the deadline streams. This is always going to be the compromise and the juggle with me, but I do give you the press conference stream every Friday at 1 o'clock, which is the big one. I feel like that's my kind of peak of my week, where other content creators are more focused on the their deadline streams. That's my bread and butter at the minute. Just having a look through to check that I've not missed any leaks on the tweet deck. So looking okay at the moment. Keep those questions coming there, guys. Obviously, prioritise any member questions that come through. Suzanne, will Doughty play this week? Yeah, he will. Mark, would you start Raya or Neto? Got to be Raya, hasn't it? Phobia says, wait, Salah is fasting while he's playing against United. Does that matter? He scored against Brighton while he's fasting. Has anyone got any Salah ex-Ramadan stats? Kickoff's a little bit earlier, isn't it? I don't think it's an issue. Sorry, can you hear my kids in the background? I did say in the chat earlier that it's a sunny but windy day in Grimsby. The kite is out in the garden, having a lot of fun with it. We're actually heading to the beach later this afternoon. It should be fun. It's this Easter school holidays here, so they've had a week off, another week to go. It's just keeping them entertained. It's a full-time job. And then obviously it's been a really busy week in FPL with the midweek and the weekend deadlines as well. Cold Palmer, thoughts on Foden captain. If he starts, why not? If we get a leaky starts. Ethan, start Maddison or Taylor. We've done that one. Please only ask your questions once, guys. At least give me a chance of answering all of them on stream. Else I'll have to put people in timeout. Light race. Saka has travelled with the squad to Brighton. That's interesting news. Thank you for that one. He did travel. Didn't he travel when he missed the City game? I can't remember. Where did you get that info from? Just so that I can look it up. I'm not disputing it or anything. I'm just if I can widen the pool of in the nose, that's always a good thing. VJ says, yeah, don't trust Arteta or Howe. Yeah, we've been taught that this season. What is it? The Gordon one who was declared out of the game and then started. Question from Daniel. Hi, Holly. Have Porro, double Arsenal, Zabani and Burke. No free hit 34. Need to bench boost to double up. Also need to free up cash. Would you sell an Arsenal defence to get 8-0 this week or all? You got to keep your Arsenal defence. Because Arsenal double anyway in 34. I don't think that's your route. If you're worried about 34, you can sell Haaland. Not this week. You could sell Haaland for 34 to improve your bench boost and then reshuffle back. I don't know what other chips you've got, but yeah. Double Arsenal defence is differential. And they've got 3 clean sheets in 4, haven't they? You look at this year, they've conceded 3 goals in, is that 11 games? They've conceded 3 goals in 10 games and kept 7 clean sheets. You've got to stick with it. Bonkers LFC says, I suggest you don't pick Kelleher because we always let in a goal. Yeah, I can't see a clean sheet for United and for Liverpool against United. Austin may be rested for the Champions League, especially after his injury. He'll come from the bench. I agree there. Ken, start 2 from Maddison, Saka and Muniz. Oh gosh, I think if you got Saka, you have to start him. Grace says he's Foden essential. Let's wait to see that he's absolutely in the team. Vicky, play 3 from Gabriel, Kiwor, Aitnori, Branthwaite, Zabani. I don't think Kiwor starts now, does he? Oh, he might do, because he didn't start. You've got him predicted to start. Maybe you do start him then. Branthwaite is attractive. Maybe you go Gabriel, Aitnori, Branthwaite. Shamil says, will Saka start or not? We've no idea. Literally no idea at this point. Bonkers have brought in Palmer for Bowen and Mac 10 for Louise. Yeah, solid moves there. If you are asking questions on transfers, guys, it will really help me if you also let me know your chip strategy, because a lot of kind of the moves right now are really dependent on that strategy. Sorry, I've got a little cold at the moment. So I just muted the mic for a cheeky nose blow. I can't talk today. Awamara, sorry, asks, hello Holly, start 2, bench 1, Garnacho, Muniz, Saka. I'd lean towards Garnacho and Saka. Siddart, choose 3 from Gusto, Bradley, Aitnori, Branthwaite, Gabriel. Got to start Gabriel. Gabriel, Gabriel Gusto, 8 Nori. Daniel's predicted a Fleck and 10-pointer. I've benched him for Kaminsky. Have I made a bad decision? Yeah, Ali's asking Palmer captain really. 45% on Captain Palmer, 30% Salah, 13% Son, 12% Haaland. If we get a leak that Haaland starts, will that change anything for anyone on captaincy? We've had 256 votes on the captain poll, which is incredible. There's 61 likes on the stream at the moment. I'm kind of catching up with the live chat, so keep dropping your questions in. And there's 100 of you watching. So keep those likes coming, because it really does help to get the stream out to more people. Only says burn a transfer or sell Son or Saka for Foden. No chips left. Son's got an additional fixture on Foden. Saka doubles. Is burning your best option though? Can you bring in a player for that doubles in 34? That'd be my question. You've got to have more of an all-round view on this, I'd say. Got to be mindful of those little things. Right. Ali says, should I sell Watkins for a midfielder or replace for Darwin? Again, it depends on chip strategy, but the fact that Darwin doubles in 34, I'd go Watkins to Darwin quite easily. Raymond, who to captain? Werner, Isaac and Salah. Not Werner, not Isaac, Salah. Balaji, is it in? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. GLG Gaming, start 3, Gusto, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Branthwaite, 8 Nori. I would start Gusto, Gabriel. Oh gosh, that is a strong defence. I feel tempted by Van Dijk. Let's have a look at the predicted points for defenders this week, see if it helps us out. So we've got our 8 Nori is top. Basically, the two that I've said... The two that I've said to start, to bench, are the ones that the AI predictions say to start. Arsenal have been so consistent now. Gusto's got Sheffield United away. Sheffield United are the worst team. Maybe it's Van Dijk then that you bench and play 8 Nori. It's a tricky one. Let's have a look at the tweet deck, see what's going on, see if we've got any sign of any leaks now. It doesn't look to be anything at the moment. We're 53 minutes out until the deadline. But yeah, no leaks at the moment. I'll put my team back up in the meantime. Need to remember to make my transfers. Can you imagine if I missed it? It would be embarrassing. Not only to miss the price rise on Foden, that was it. Tell you what, I'm struggling to get my words out today. We're at 70 likes, guys, so we're closing in on 100. Keep the questions coming. Isaac or Darwin, I'd go Darwin. But it does depend on chip strategy. I know they caught up with the questions as well, so keep them coming. Another question from Almara. I have Dubravka. Should I do Areola to Pickford for a -4, or is it not worth it? Yeah, I think just if you got Dubravka for this week, it's not worth it. Because it's not really, it's not gate. I don't think Dubravka's potential for this week is that bad. You are going to gain a doubler for 34 if you're not free hitting. Because Areola doesn't have any doubles. Adam, if you were a Saka owner, would you start, sell or bench? Another one that depends on chip strategy. If you're free hitting in 34, I would sell. If you're not, I would just start. Start Aït-Nouri or Zabani, got to be Aït-Nouri. I don't think Ramadan's going to be a factor in Salah's output. Yeah, he got subbed just before 60 midweek, but that was to do with the volume of games more than anything. Michael Taylor, is Diaz a good differential? Got him in wildcard last week. Never really watch out for him. I want 3 Liverpool for the double, and Diaz is one. I think I might go for Darwin. Yeah, I think he's fine. You've got him now, so you need to hold him. One Ferry says, interesting you have Pau, yeah, but I'm probably selling him for Gusto. Kelleher or Leno? Kelleher. VJ with a memo question, thoughts on Gusto? Yeah, there's a little bit of concern with Gusto that Reece James could be back at some point. But, you know, even if he is back, there's no guarantees he gets his place back. He needs to get a good pre-season, so they're not going to flog him. You look this season, he started 1, 2, 3, 4 games. 386 minutes. That's low, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not concerned. I think a few sub appearances towards the end of the season is probably viable. But yeah, you look at the double 35 Saturday, Thursday, Sunday, and then it'll probably be Saturday, maybe another Thursday, Sunday again. He's not going to be able to start all those games. No way. So yeah, I like Gusto. 5 assists this season, is it? I was unlucky not to get an assist for the Gallagher goal the other day. Cheap. Volume of fixtures, I think is a good buy. Daniel said, risk Garnacho to play over Saka. It worked last week. Yeah, I think you got to... There's no right or wrong answer. I cannot claim that I've got any inside info. Just got to follow your gut on it. Own your decision, that was what I would say. There's nothing worse than people crying on social media of, oh, you told me to buy this person, or you told me to sell this person and I've done this. If you go with kind of your gut and what you think is right, then you've only got yourself to blame. Any update on Watkins? We've been told he'll be in the squad, but if he faces a late fitness test, he could be involved. It's very shady. But I think that Watkins is a sell anyway. Alan, short-term punt, Johnson in for Richarlison or Eze in and bench him next 2 games. Bench boost 34, no free hit. I just am not convinced on the longevity of Johnson. So I think Eze. Kens has a bench boost, triple captain and a wild card. How to use them. I'd use your transfers to build a good team for 34 and triple captain. And then wild card in 35 and bench boost in 37. One Fed says when to use triple captain, 35. There's options. I think game week 34 on Salah looks to be a good one. Game week 35, I don't think the options are as good. It's Son. 37, double game week 37, we haven't got the fixtures yet, but there's going to be Haaland's going to have Fulham away and Spurs away. I think that's where I'll use my triple captain, providing he's fully fit. Right, let's have a look at the tweet deck. We're 45 minutes out to the deadline, so I'd like to see some leaks soon. But I can't see anything at the minute, which is a bit annoying. I'll just keep the tweet deck up for a minute, see if there's anything interesting. Top Boy United, I need a new defender. I've got double Arsenal, Gusto, Lascelles, Richards, 1 million in the bank. 8 Nori. Depends on chip strategy, though. If you're not free hitting in 34, then 8 Nori is the one to get in for Lascelles. Garnacho or Darwin, who to bench? I'd go Garnacho. Emperor, should I go Odegaard to Son? I've got Saka too. Again, depends on chip strategy. Spurs don't play in 34, so I'd only be going for it if you're going to free hit in 34. We're at 82 likes, by the way. Can we get it to 100? I like Odegaard. I'd sooner sell Saka at the moment. Thoughts on Gusto? I've done that one, haven't I, VJ? Big man, should I start Saka? I honestly don't know with Saka right now what's going to be the best strategy on whether to start him or not. It depends who can't get my words out again. Who else you could start if you don't start Saka? That would be my question there. Depends who else is coming in. Carly, who would you bench? Doughty, Saliba, Anderson, 8 Nori, Zabani. Probably Anderson and Zabani. Armourer, I only have wild cards. Start Robinson or Maguire. Have Saliba and White already. Robinson. Andrea looking at Phil Foden does not start for Manchester City. Wow. Now that is a leak. Crikey. Foden does not start. What? I mean, it does not surprise me, but Pep, what is going on? That is crazy. Foden doesn't start. Like, what even is that? He's just scored a hat-trick and now he doesn't start. That is confirmed, guys. It was all meant to be. This is why I missed the price rise, clearly. Foden does not start. I knew it's coming. Crikey. Now what do I do in terms of my transfers? Do I roll? Should I just play Barkley and roll? I don't know. Sorry, I'm just updating the graphic. What do we think, guys? I've lost the graphic now because it's just updating. Hopefully I'll come back. There we go. Phil Foden does not start for Manchester City. That is from Lazy FPL. That will be concrete. How many transfers in this week for Foden? 500,000. 500,000 managers have bought in Foden and his bench. I mean, he could easily deliver from the bench. He's only been benched for one game this season, and he came on for 4 minutes to Sheffield United away and got an assist. I mean, if you're a Foden owner, I wouldn't panic because he's the highest scoring midfielder in the game this season. And he's got Luton at home next week. I'm just trying to think. Do you start him or do you bench him? I think you start him. Like we saw at the weekend, in midweek, De Bruyne and Haaland did not come on. I don't know what to do now with my transfers. Do I just roll? Roll and play Barkley? I don't think you bench him. I think you start him. I don't know. It depends who you're benching him for. I'm going to have a look at my recommended AI transfers. Catboy just bought Foden an hour ago. Recommended transfer for me at the moment is Richarlison to Maddison. But I want Foden. I'm going to want Foden next week for the Luton game. And it's that Richarlison spot, isn't it? I think I just roll. Got my chip strategy in, haven't I? Free hit. I play Doughty and Barkley. I don't really want to. Oh. Barkley for Bournemouth at home isn't the worst, is it? He's got 2 attacking returns in 4. The other option is I go from Pau to Gusto. But I just feel like 2 frees next week, because you look at the midweek fixtures, like literally anything could happen in midweek. We've got Arsenal playing Bayern Munich on Tuesday. We've got City going away to Real Madrid also on Tuesday. That's annoying that they're both on at the same time. Bet you I picked the wrong fixture to watch. We've got Europa League fixtures. We've got Liverpool at home to Atalanta on Thursday. We've got West Ham away at Bayer Leverkusen on Thursday. And we've got Aston Villa, Lille on Thursday. I think I'm going to roll. My other question now is, do I play Pau Torres? Hang on, where's the Villa predicted lineup? Pau Torres, Ben's predicted him to start. Maybe I play him. His AI prediction is lower because he was benched last time. I'm a bit, as you can see, I'm a bit torn, guys, as to what to do. I'm just also thinking about how many price changes I can absorb on those 2 players. I've lost 0.3 on Richarlison while I've been keeping him. Like, I could even keep Richarlison. Like, that's another option. I don't think I'm going to be in a position to do that, though. Tricky. I have got a little bit sidetracked, I'm not going to lie. I think I am rolling this week now. I think that will be my team. I bet it's gone mad on the tweet deck since. Lots of managers choosing to bench Foden on that news. It does depend who you're benching him for. It's crazy. What is going on? Honestly, this game. Wow. We are at 100 likes, which is amazing, guys. So if you're enjoying a lot of my head shaking and you're finding the early team news useful, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel as well. We are 35 minutes out to the deadline. And we have news that Foden does not start for City against Palace. Saka faces a late fitness test for Arsenal. He was not pictured in training yesterday, but it could just be mind games from Arteta because he does have a reputation, I'm not going to lie. What is going on? 500,000 transfers in. Having scored an emphatic hat-trick midweek, he is benched. Mental. What time did that leak come? 10 minutes ago. I'm guessing someone somewhere will have the full City lineup and we're just going to get it drip-fed to us as this deadline approaches. Sorry, I mean, like my week, I'd planned on Thursday that I was going to do Richarlison to Foden, yeah. I was pretty sure that was going to be the move that I would do. Got completely distracted with the Chelsea United game and my kids who were up and wandering around in the night. Missed the price rise on Foden, which priced me out of Richarlison to Foden. I was then planning a hit to get Foden in. Could have done that on stream yesterday. Decided, I'll just wait. Now he's benched. 500,000 transfers in and he's benched. Crazy. I mean, he could still perform from the bench. For some managers, the right thing to do will still be to start Foden. But yeah, crazy. Crazy week of FPL. But I feel like I say this every week. Every week feels like a crazy week. So, sorry, I just taken a screenshot of my team for the one of the games that I'm in. Honestly, it's just been a crazy season. We could get more leaks yet as well. So Foden does not start. Just letting my husband know the news. Right, shall we get back into some questions? Definitely got completely sidetracked there, but, you know, that's FPL for you. That is FPL. What a week. What a week. My husband's 80 points ahead of me in our mini league. And I've just been kind and let him know the Foden news. He's downstairs looking after the kids. So he got 71 points last week. He's 81 points ahead of me. And he was, I didn't realise this. Maybe I wouldn't have told him if I realised that he was actually planning to captain Foden. But I just messaged him to say Foden's on the bench. And he said, do I have time to change my captain? Doesn't even know where the FPL deadline is. He's definitely one of the more casual managers. But he's beating me, so how can I talk? And I said yes. And he said, you're not trying to screw me over, are you? Haha. Right, no more leaks at the moment. Oh, he's coming back with another response. If he does beat me this season, which he probably will, because I think he's still got wildcard and bench boost. Then I'm gonna have to get him on the channel, but he's not one for putting himself out there. He's now asking me if would you still have him on the pitch? So I don't know who else he's got. I'll be able to tell, won't I? Unless he's made a transfer. Saka, Jackson. Oh, yeah, bench. It's all kicking off. But he can gloat that he's beat me at the end of the season. However, he has had a bit of help along the way. Not loads of help, but a little bit of help. I was now he's saying he'll be annoyed if he comes on and scores there. I've told him to go with his gut. I was trying to explain his chip strategy for the end of the season should be to use free transfers for 34, then wildcard 35, bench boost 37. He was like, oh, I'm not going to be transferring in Everton players just because they've got 2 games. So, God knows what he'll do. But, you know, he's beat me once before in FPL, actually. He hasn't... He played for a few years for moral support. Beat me in 2017-18 where he got 100k finish. I mean, most of his ranks are pretty shocking, but then... You know, every time I have a very bad season, he seems to have a very good one. Again, I've got completely sidetracked. I'm just going to check there's no more leaks. Not at the moment. Going to have to remain patient. I'll put my team back on screen anyway. We are 27 minutes out to the deadline. There's about 150 of you in. We're over 100 likes as well, which is great to see. So thank you to everyone that has chosen to join me. Keep the questions coming. Birdie is in. He says, hello, good to see you, mate. Jerome says, what is your Fantasy Challenge League code? I'll have to have a look at that. Let's have a look. VYQHCP. I'll drop it in the chat. Emperor, should I remove Odegaard to Son? I've got Saka 2 I want to hold. Depends on chip strategy. Broken Toast, thoughts on Palmer being captain? Well, 40% of voters on the poll, of which we've had 550 votes, are going Palmer. Second place seems to be Salah at the moment, but it's a very wide open week. Really, it's really wide open. It could go a few ways, that one. So, yeah. But Foden is benched. Well, sorry. I'll get the exact quote. Foden is not starting for City today. Which is causing chaos through the community. What is going on? It's FPL. Eddie says, is there any Man City starting lineup leaks? Well, that's the only one we had so far, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get a bit more before the deadline. I'm guessing that was the headline, and that's why it's been leaked. Yeah, 25 minutes to go. We could get some more, but yeah, Foden does not start. Ashley, no chips left. Would you keep Bradley or move him on for another player ahead of the double? I think wait until nearer the time to see whether he's going to be, whether Trent's back or not. Tony, starts Sarabia or Saka? I think if you've got Saka, you start him. Sammy, start Gordon or Morris? Gordon. Oh, Mara, I don't want to bench Garnacho. I started him last week. I see him scoring a goal or two, maybe because I'm a United fan. Go with your gut then. There's a lot of 50-50 decisions, and they're not all going to be right this week. If you make the decision, your gut feel, then I feel like you'll be less disappointed in the outcome. Whereas if you just go with what I've told you, just because I've told you, and you just follow it blindly, then you'll be more annoyed if it's not your own decision. J.R. Jelly, sell Leno for Pickford. If it fits your chip strategy, then I think it's a good week to make the move. Grant says, drop one of Gusto, you doggy, 8 Nori or Gabriel. You doggy. I just keep looking at my team thinking, would a free transfer somewhere improve this team? I'm starting Barkley this week. I'm looking at my goalkeeper. Okay, I could go Kaminsky to Pickford. Wait, that's not going to help me though, because I'm free hitting in. $34. Could do Kaminsky to Petrovic. But that blocks Gusto Jackson. It would give me a goalkeeper for 2 double game weeks, though. And he's got a good fixture this week. I mean, I'd probably go Flecken to Petrovic. Because that's less money. That could improve my team, couldn't it? What else could I do? I don't have to make a transfer. I feel like rolling's going to be... I think I'll be pleased with myself next week if I've rolled this week. Because I'm still going to want Foden next week. And could do with freeing up funds. That's why I'm looking at Barkley. Okay, if I was to sell Barkley, who would I get? He's only 4.8 anyway. Could I sell Barkley and free up some funds and strengthen my team this week? Trouble is with De Bruyne starts is the next league, guys. That's from FPL Tony. Just updating the graphic. Just give me a moment to export it. Oh, hang on. I bet De Bruyne's ownership has seen quite a decrease. How many teams is he in? 12.4%. 1 assist in the last 7. Right, what was I looking at? Who I could bring in? I don't know. I don't think there really is anyone, is there? I think Barkley's cheap enough for my bench. I'm not going to be bringing in anyone that's going to significantly offer me more this week. Or in the long term to free up those funds. The Petrovic one is interesting, but it doesn't free up any funds for me. And I don't know if that he's in the Chelsea triple I want, which is probably why I'm going to avoid it. So I think 2 transfers next week is going to help, because then I'm free hitting in 34. So the big news at the moment is that Foden is benched. De Bruyne starts. Big Bad just says, save the transfer, you'll regret a panic transfer. Yeah, I don't look at my team and think it looks bad for this week. The other option is that I do Richarlison to Maddison. But Maddison just hasn't really blown me away recently. He's blanked in his last 3. And it stops me getting Foden next week. So it feels a bit pointless. Andrew, would you transfer out Eze for Kudos? No, don't think so. He obviously doubles in 34, which helps. FPL Jax Mania, where have you been? Haven't you seen you for a long time live stream? I'm here every Friday at 1 o'clock. I've been on Sky Sports for quite a few weeks on a Saturday, which is why I've not been here. Bonkers, does Martinez start? I think it was a late fitness test. Ben's got him down for starting, but yeah, it's a tight one. Foden over Saka? I think probably Saka now. At least you got a shot of a start. Foden is benched. Or Foden doesn't start, sorry. De Bruyne does. Don't know whether we're going to get any more City leaks. Oh, John Stones starts. Right on cue. So, KDB and Stones start. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty essential that you're on FPL, particularly on a morning like this. Don't forget to lock in any transfers. We're now 15 minutes out. Foden does not start for City, but De Bruyne and Stones both do. That's what we know. Heading into this deadline. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Nothing on Haaland yet, which is a bit annoying. Still time, I guess. 14 minutes out. I'm still tempted to sell Richarlison, you know. I could get Havertz. No, I'm just going to leave it. Two transfers for next week will be much needed. I think everyone's in the same boat this week with a big captain decision and, you know, a bit of a dilemma elsewhere on other things. Should I start Saka over Odegaard now? Gabriel Jesus, not heard anything. Saka starting, we don't know. Thomas says Branthwaite in for Torres or roll. If you're not free hitting in 34, then I think that's not a bad move. You doggy or Ain't Nori to start? I'd go Ain't Nori. Branthwaite or Gusto? I think I'd go Gusto, but it depends on if you're free hitting 34 or not. Maybe Branthwaite would be better. Sean says keep Foden in. He might come off the bench for the second half. It's true. Dan, should I have Petrovic, Gusto, Gabriel Ain't Nori as my back four with you doggy on the bench? Yeah. Aston Villa boys says Powell will start, but Villa won't keep a clean sheet. I've got hope. They're at home, aren't they? They've not been great at keeping clean sheets, to be fair. Question from Daniel, should I start Mateta or Foden? But I think Mateta did all right in a reverse fixture, you know. So, yeah, I think you can back him. Yeah, the big news is that Foden does not start for City. De Bruyne does, as does John Stones. Don't know if we've got anything else. Just a repeat there. I got Stones starting. Do you want me to keep the tweet deck open, guys, or would you prefer to see my team? Let me know in the chat. Fake Bowen captaincy? No, I wouldn't go there. Bonkers LFC. Swap Anderson for Robinson. Feels a bit sideways. Rocket says, will Senesi play? I think he's meant to be back. Whether he comes straight in, I'm not sure. Buggershall says the Foden news has really cheered me up. Yeah, I feel like I got away with one there. Let's put it that way. Jack says, are you sure Foden's not playing? Yeah. The City team leaks have been pretty consistent in the last 18 months. Should I start Darwin over Foden or keep Foden? Start Darwin. Zach here says, this is Pep for you, the master of destroying your fantasy football team. Yeah. Yeah, De Bruyne starts. Foden does not. Keep Gabriel. Yes. Big Badger says, are you a full-time content creator? Yeah, well, I tend to say full-time parent, part-time content creator, but definitely for next season, that's shifting to full-time content creator. Certainly during term time anyway, if that counts. Muniz or Saka? Saka. Trippier out for who? It depends on Chip's strategy. Double Arsenal defence is good. Gusto. 8 Nori. Depends if you're free hitting in 34 or not. Broken Toast. Should I start Foden anyway? It depends. Depends who your other options are. Bugtroll. I'm tempted by Isaac and Saliba for Morris and Trippier for -8. Gain. Strategy dependent this one. Saliba gets you another one for 33. Grealish starts. Just to add a bit more into the mix. So De Bruyne, Grealish, and Stone start. But Foden does not start. I've put the Foden news in the title of the stream. It's rock solid, that leak, guys. That Foden doesn't start, so don't doubt it. What is going on? Andrew says ain't Nori or Branthwaite. Ain't Nori, I'd say. Porro or Gordon? Gordon. I'm going to switch back to my team now because I don't think we'll get any more leaks. I guess we've not heard on Haaland yet, have we? Would you start Saka with a good bench option or just bench him? I think if I was holding Saka, I would start him for this game. Should I start Darwin over Foden? I would do if I was in that position. Bikram, Gordon or Morris? Gordon. Dot says, hey Holly, top of the morning to you. Start Virgil or Darwin? Darwin. Start Burn or you doggy? You doggy. Salah or Palmer as captain? Now that is the $1 million question. In the poll, 41% Salah, 41% Palmer, 34% Salah. Salah's got a great record against United, who've got a threadbare defence, but Sheffield United's defence is generally awful at home. Palmer's got the most double-digit hauls this season. I personally think Palmer is the best captain pick for this week. However, because I'm chasing, I'm willing to go a bit more differential with Salah. It is a close call, in my opinion, so you just got to go with your gut. Taku, benching headache. Raya or Petrovic? I'd bench Petrovic. Gabriel or Gusto? I'd bench Gusto. Or start both Gusto and Gabriel and bench Saka. No, I think you've got to start Saka. So I'm just opening the tweet deck in another tab because I want to keep my team on screen, but I know I don't want to miss anything for you guys either. Martin says Foden's really messed me up. Yeah, you and at least 500,000 other managers. Big Badger will know Sheffield United will score against Chelsea, will they? Johnson, I don't love as a long-term pick. Femi, start 2 with Vardy, Gusto, you doggy Bradley. Gusto and Bradley. Sarabia, yeah, it just feels... I don't really know if it's gaining me anything. Martin says, I want to sell Foden. Who to go for? Just bench him. He got Luton at home next week. This is only the second fixture all season that he's not started. So try not to panic. Ramdu, which 2 to start out of Zabani, Bradley, Doughty, Pau? Not the most exciting of options, but I like the home players. I'd maybe say Doughty and Pau. Oh, no, maybe Doughty and Bradley. I guess they've got the most goal threat. Is Robinson a good pick? He's okay. Who should I replace Foden with? I'd keep him. Yeah, the only player that we're 4 minutes to deadline, by the way. We haven't had any... Alvarez starts is the latest one. Nothing on Haaland, interestingly. But I always feel with these things that no news is good news. So the big news is that Foden is benched in the early kickoff. Well, sorry, we don't actually know whether he's benched. The exact line is that Foden does not start against Crystal Palace, but we've got leaks that De Bruyne, Grealish, Alvarez and Stones will all start. Nothing on Haaland. But if it was a story, then you would imagine we would have got it by now. I don't know where my breaking news has gone. It just disappeared on me. Hang on. There we go. It's back. Right, we've got 2 minutes to deadline, so if you're not locked in, make sure you're locking in. We know that Foden does not start in the early kickoff. De Bruyne, Grealish, Alvarez and Stones all do. I'm rolling my transfer this week. We've got Palmer is winning the captain poll. However, Salah is not far behind him. 800 votes in the end, which is incredible. It's nice to know that we've had 800 people in. Been pretty consistent at the 150 mark throughout the stream. Right, this is final from FPL Totally. Haaland, Vardiol, De Bruyne, Grealish, Stones, Alvarez. Enjoy it, good luck. I'll just put that on screen so that everyone's got it. We're 45 seconds out to the deadline. So I'm not going to update the graphic, but yeah, that is it. Can everyone see that okay? Haaland, Vardiol, De Bruyne, Grealish, Stones, Alvarez all start for City. Nothing on Edison, interestingly. which was probably another one we was looking at. But Haaland does start, which is always good news. We are 10 seconds out to deadline. Haaland does start. Foden is benched. Not in time to get anything on Edison, unfortunately. That is my team locked then. So I've rolled the transfer. So I will be able to get Foden in for Richarlison midweek in 2 moves. Probably getting Gusto into my defence. I'm using my transfers to build towards a strong team for the doubles in 35 and 30. What week is it? 37. Just as well, obviously we're waiting for the leaks, but don't forget to set your challenge team as well. I kind of started setting this up yesterday. I haven't fully locked it in yet. But the teams that have been doing pretty well so far have been teams that have stacked on certain defences. So I've gone and stacked on Sheffield United being a good fixture for Chelsea. I've also stacked on the Arsenal defence. Stacked on Liverpool against United. I've actually gone no City players. This is the week, by the way, guys, where, was it double points? Red rivalry. Players from United and Liverpool get double points. So that's why I've gone big on Liverpool. You can pick a maximum of... I'm just going to pin this, by the way, just in case you've not joined my challenge mini league. That's why I've gone with the 5 from Liverpool. So I've got Van Dijk, Salah captain, Diaz, McAllister, Darwin. I can't actually remember how this worked last week. Yeah, so it quadrupled the score. So Darwin got 6 points last week, but all forwards got double points. So that took it up to 12. Then I captained him, which doubled it again to 24. So again, that's why it's quite important with this red rivalry to choose a side that to captain from Liverpool or Manchester United. I'm not bothered picking any United players because I'm not even sure they'll start. The defence is a shambles because we've got so many players that are not involved. So obviously clean sheet potential's low and you don't know with the attacking players who's going to start or anything like that. So that's why I've avoided it. So I think I'm happy with that 5 from Liverpool. I guess I could go. The other option is to go Bradley. I've not done it. I think there's some... at some point you're able to change a little bit on where you're going in terms of additional players. You can game the bench and things like that. But I've not done any of that. Because I just don't see how that's going to gain me in the long term, because you're just having to check in on different fixtures and sub players in and out, and I feel like that's something that isn't really going to work for me in terms of picking from week to week. So in terms of where else I've gone, I've just gone for the 2 Chelsea. with Palmer and Jackson. I've gone 3-4-3. I don't know whether that's the right decision or not. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. But yeah, I like the Arsenal defence. Again, there's always that bit of speculation on who to go for from the Arsenal defence, because we've got the centre-backs just feel a lot safer in terms of starts. But again, it's possible to just go in and change exactly where you're going in terms of those options from week to week. So make sure, if you haven't done so already, to look at your challenge team. Let me know as well in the chat if there's anyone that maybe I've not gone for in my challenge team that you think I'm missing on. If we just filter on predictions this week for Liverpool and United. So from Liverpool, the top 5 are Salah, Darwin, Diaz, Kelleher, Virgil, Bradley. McAllister a little bit down, but he has been performing well. From Manchester United, Fernandes highest, followed by Garnacho. But I just feel like I don't know, maybe I've gone too bold. Do you think I've gone too bold? Could I maybe just go 3? Do I go with a Bruno Fernandes? It means not owning Palmer though, and that fixture's just sensational. I don't actually know how many we got in the mini league last week. I was hoping to get top 10. I feel like I'd had a really good week. And I was 11th in the league. James Green won last week with 115 points. If you've got any other leagues though as well, let me know. Because I've not got loads of leagues. I mean, I'm only in 4 at the moment. So, I don't know. I could change it. Maybe when the Arsenal team sheet comes in, I'll maybe make a decision to go with a different option from that side. But that's where I'm at with it at the moment. You look at the fixtures, I just don't feel like there's enough in Crystal Palace v City to really go and attack that fixture. I don't know what your guys' opinion of that is, whether there's anyone. Ivo says it's a challenge, it's just a bit of fun, be bold. I feel like that has been bold, going with 5 from that fixture. Would you not have done that? Just got to weigh up all the options. I mean, I have had a look at a few of the bookies' odds on this. It's also nice as well to have plenty of involvement from the TV fixtures, which for this week are City Palace, which I don't feel like there's enough in. Brighton Arsenal, Spurs Forest. That's probably another one that I could have gone. I've got Son on my bench. I've messed up there, haven't I? Forgot about that. I've got White on my bench as well. It's like you put this 11 together and then you don't even know who to start and who to bench. What are we thinking? I've got to start Son, haven't I? Would you go in another one from there or not? So Ben White can come in if needed. I haven't looked at all these rules because it's a bit complicated on who goes in where, who you start, who you bench. Because I think if you pick players that don't play, then you can bring them in before they're even involved. I think it's something to do with if you pick players on your bench that play in the early fixtures, and then you pick players in your 11 that playing later fixtures but don't feature, then you can either choose to auto sub on or you can replace them at a later date. For me, though, that's too complicated. I've got a trip to the beach this afternoon. You know, family comes first sometimes, and that's got to take priority. Has everyone joined the league? Let me know as well whether you're enjoying the challenge game or not. I'd be interested to know whether you think it's something that's going to catch on or whether it's something that's not for you. We've had a few weeks of it. I don't think we've had released the different bits and bobs of what the future weeks are, actually. What does it say? Oh, yeah. Oh, this is quite interesting then. So game week 33 is sportsmanship. Red cards are worth -8 points and yellow cards are worth -5 points. So basically you want to be choosing players that aren't prone to bookings. You want someone with a good disciplinary record. I think there's some big matchups. Yeah, there are a few. I hadn't looked further ahead, to be honest. Game week 34 not open yet. It will be interesting to see exactly what else can come of these little different games. Right, I'm going to leave it there though, guys. Thank you everyone that has chosen to join me today. I know I'm not always here for the deadline streams, and I won't be here next week because it is the I'm on Sky Sports again next week. But I hope you all have a good game week this week. Hope you get some green arrows. I'm pleased that I could bring you some City team leaks, which definitely will have helped with your moves. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be back on Tuesday with the next upload. Being a engaged parent on Monday. So thank you. Thank you, guys. Good luck.